All right, it's time for Journey's Interactive, and I'm going to be doing this all by myself this evening. Now, on the menu tonight, we have two issues: gossip at hairdressing salons and Ghana dropping on the World Press Freedom Index. Hairdressing salons are the places you get the hottest gossips. Well, we'll be talking a lot more about that, but you know how to join us. You can join us on our social media handles on Facebook and on Twitter. Now, let's start off with Pope Francis, who has warned an audience of hairdressers, hairstylists, and beauticians that they should avoid gossiping. He stated, "Avoid succumbing to the temptation of chatter, which is easily associated with your field of work." His speech has been trending. Let's watch this.
Vi stimola soprattutto ad esercitare la vostra professione con stile cristiano, trattando i clienti con gentilezza e cortesia e offrendo loro sempre una parola buona e di incoraggiamento, evitando di cedere alla tentazione del chiacchiericcio che facilmente si insinua anche nel vostro contesto lavorativo. Tutti lo sappiamo.
Right, so apparently you would have thought that if this happens in your neck of the woods, as in the salon you visit, then that probably happens, it's a Ghana thing. Apparently it's not so much of a Ghana thing, this is happening everywhere. So let's get on to Facebook. We posted that on Facebook, and we're getting quite a number of comments, so I'll just run you through some of the comments that we have. Susan Wahab says, "It's true. They gossip a lot. You always get to hear them discussing others, family, friends, customers, weddings, funerals, and people's relationships from start to finish. And immediately you step out without getting involved ever in their gossip, you'll be the next topic of discussion." Okay. Kupiel says he's right. In fact, it is dangerous to discuss your issues with such people as a friend. Adomako says it is true, and I suggest they should listen to the papacy. Lucy Agbo says, true. Some of them even forget the style you show them. Okay, now that's funny. And Prepon Kwabena says, if your case is brought before this law court, my brother Chai, you are finished though. There's a reply there. Prepon Kwabena says, I tell you. Kelvin says, the Pope may be right, but hair salon serve as a source for social marketing and franchising as an aspect of health, commodity security of contraceptives, and when well explored, could be a game changer in reproductive health service delivery. I specifically experimented with a seed grant from USAID in a typical Islamic community, and it worked perfectly. Okay, so Kelvin is urging us to look more at the positives. And then Joseph says, I think he's right, and aside that many beauticians and hairdressers have made their workplace a social gathering and a medium to talk about people's relationships and family. Nuokpo says, I suspected a hairdresser gossip about our Pope, and he heard it. Okay. And then Paul says, the only Pope on this matter I can't think for. And Ebenezer says the Pope has spoken. Now, Precious Gold is drawing somebody, said tag somebody in the comments. You did there and say nurses are concerned. You did there and say nurses are concerned. Why? Ali Muhammad says, but it's true. Most of the women take the salon as a gossiping center where they tell lies about people. Immaculate says here the most dangerous parliaments. And Kwame says parliament of distraction. All right, so those are some of your comments there. Now, on the other topic we're looking at tonight, Ghana has lost its bragging rights as Africa's best-run country in the World Press Freedom Index. Yes, we dropped 4 places from 23 to 27 in the 2019 edition. The index, compiled by Reporters Without Borders, cited the murder of Tiger IPR investigative journalist Ahmed Hussein Swale and police harassment of journalists as factors for the poor ranking. So we put this up on Facebook, and we're taking your comments on that. So there we have it. Now Elijah says, but we're still better off than England and America. Stop this negative posture of yours. It's getting Ghana nowhere. Well, that's the ranking, and we're sharing it with the rest of the world. We used to be the best in Africa. We're no longer. So it's nothing to be proud of if we've always been better than England and America. Well, for a long time, we've been better than England and America. Yusuf says, in fact, this is very worrying as a consensus. As a Nuopo says, what about bright-taking journalists? Or it doesn't count in index ranking. Well, it counts somewhere there. I'm sure it's in there someplace. Killian says, very good. I'm happy this is happening under Akufo-Addo's NPP government. Well, you shouldn't be so happy about it, because what does it benefit us? And but Kwame Sefwa says, no, you alone, bro. Queen Bella says, Peter Ghanaian will say this. Shame on you. Emmanuel says, you people play politics with every news and any chance that comes your way. I don't know what is politicking about this, Emmanuel. Kingsley says, we're just ending April 2019 and they have already released 2019 edition. Wuvere says, so they do not indicate how your own journalist has been gagged into endless silence for fear of his life. Abdul Hamid says, who's to blame? I don't know. Ali Muhammad says that's very worrying, but not surprising because what we are witnessing in Ghana against journalists isn't the best at all. Abdul Karim says another will lose every glory Ghana has before 2021. A comment says that America should have dropped 100 times. Osman Yurisu says, you the media are the cause of this problem. You think yourself God and does everything, whether right or wrong. Quite don't get it. Kanda says, thanks to Akufo-Addo. Marcus says, since Akufo-Addo and NPP assumed power in 2016, Ghana has lost its enviable status within the world of nations. We are now a laughingstock within the international community. I wouldn't quite say that. Hamas says, and a human rights lawyer, just can't believe it. And Sadat says, true. Gilbert Kovner says, the day inside the brutal beatings of your own Parker Wilson suffered at the hands of NDC's flag bearer, John Mahama, or the blood running through the others are different than his. Well, if they captured that, it will still not go well for Ghana, even though, yes, former President John Mahama is not the president. All right, so PM Express comes up next with Aisha Irem, and they'll be having a conversation on this particular topic, Ghana's current status on the World Press Freedom Index.